We've been covering this project for a long time here. Yes, Universal Studios Hollywood's Fast and Furious coaster has now started testing, and my gosh, I was like, you know what? We have to talk about this on the show because it looks so dang cool. Mouse info right here. Testing continues on the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood. Amazing images, by the way. Mouse info. Becca and Joey over there do an incredible job with that. You can see right there. Look at that. It just looks great. Obviously, with the mountains in the background right there. That beautiful view that looks over all of that that valley, kind of Studio City over there. Very cool stuff. But I will say, Theme Park Obsession, well, he's got the win when it comes to great camera angles. You can see this right here, this kind of inversion right there. That's super cool. You also have this amazing view right here. Look at that. Look at that. That beautiful Heartline roll. Again, folks, this is a drifting coaster. This is a controlled spinning coaster, not dissimilar to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind over there in Epcot. You can see they're testing at the spinning portion of this coaster. You see that right there, that car right there? It is spinning as it goes along. Now, they are testing them individually for right now. They will get up to testing the entire trains worth of cars, but you can see right there the capabilities of this thing. It looks super, super cool. I believe we have another view of that right there. That's the controlled spin aspect of this coaster. It's not a free spin. It's a controlled spin, not too dissimilar to like I said, Cosmic Rewind, but with inversions. It is just crazy. Guys, are you excited when to ride this thing one? And do you think it's going to put Universal Studios Hollywood on the map? Please go ahead.
I just don't see how this is going to compare with that amazing virtually stationary bus with screens all around it that's at Universal Studios Florida. I mean,
there's
nothing like a party bus.
There's nothing like a party bus that has overly loud music and terribly out of focus three-dimensional characters swinging overhead. This is likely not going to undo the greatness that is of the Fast and the Furious party bus of doom. That's just, you can't compete.
This B-roll provided by Ivan from Mark Oppen.
Yeah,
yes.
This is all about family. You can tell.
Exactly.
Family, it's gonna be a great coaster. What we do, we ride it. We ride it as a family. We ride or die.
I mean, if you meet the height requirement right here, it will be pretty intense. Ironically, maybe not the whole family.
Look, and if you've never been on a Heartline coaster that does these kinds of amazing things, this is without compare. So, because there are things it can do that you've never experienced before. It's absolutely radical, and we needed more of these. We needed more of these in the U.S. for a long, long time. So. I'm very much looking forward to this. So
the fact that as much as I like the Guardians coaster experience, even though it doesn't really belong in Epcot, that's another discussion altogether.
That's a whole other conversation. Yeah.
But the coaster itself is a fun coaster. But this one being outdoors, and having inversions, and it's going to be an incredible experience.
You're gonna get that inside out feeling that you don't really get on very many coasters, and and again, all of this inline inversion and inline rotation is really something that U.S. coaster enthusiasts have not had the opportunity to experience as much as international guests do. So
I think this is absolutely this is amazing. This is something.
But see now put a price tag on this. Put a price tag on this one.
Oh wow. With judging by Intamin's last attraction that they did for Universal Studios, I believe. Excluding obviously Epic Universe's Isle of Berk coaster. You had Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, which was well over, I think, $300 million at that time. So with the foundations and the pylons that you would actually need to stabilize something on the side of a mountain like this, with this new technology that they're providing for this. I wouldn't be very surprised at all if this was well over $200 million in its production budget. This is huge.
Well, they dumped a lot
money.
of money into the engineering here for sure.
Yeah. This is big times right here. We were concerned, by the way, when it kind of stalled right there, that would be that'd be something that this attraction would have to contend with on a regular basis. It appears that they may have overcome that, because in all the testing videos that I've seen, in all of the coverage that I've seen of this specific coaster, nobody's reported something like that happening again, which is very, very good. But they just recently showcased the. Oh, please.
Can I just say that I really, really hope something like this is what's replacing the roller coaster at Universal Studios Florida?
We're just getting to that.
Like, oh my gosh. So
Universal Studios Florida, Rip Ride Rocket, right? Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket was just recently removed. And they did that lickety split right there. Sometimes, with combustible results. But they were able to remove that attraction, and they are building a new, what we believe is an intimate attraction based on the notice of commencement and some other things that point out that Intamin will be the provider of the replacement to Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. And from what I understand, Ron, I have it on good authority, it will utilize this technology as well. So
this
be awesome.
Along with it being Sharknado proof, because that's really, really important, because now we know that we have
that's true.
That do occur once every 10 years.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, what's great about this is it shows that it just feels like Universal, Comcast, whatever, whoever's in their engineering department. The difference right now between Universal and Disney is that it just feels like they care more. And I don't know if that's true, but that's the feeling that as a guest I get. When I look at Universal, I look at Disney, I think Universal's trying to provide a better guest experience.
And again, I mean, I hate to make this all about the bottom line, but the bottom line has been a big deal. We started talking about it with Dollywood, and that's $50 million. This is a couple $100 million. Then, you look at the difference between Intamin and Mac, there's $150 million difference in what they're building here. And there's a reason for that. One of them is world renowned and has multiple different engineering departments and different subsidiaries that they work with in order to make these experiences around the world. But at times, and maybe some of you guys have been familiar with this, but they test some of these things well before they build them in place where they're going to go. They build them under the similar circumstances, so they know for a fact that this is going to work and the guests are going to experience all of these things. That's how they guarantee hang time and air time and all of the other things that are going to be in these coasters, because they've engineered it down to the nuts. I mean, all their programs, like, it doesn't matter what they use. Obviously, I use Fusion 360, but other people use a lot of other programs and stuff when they're designing stuff. And so, you can break down all these different coasters and attractions, how they're built, and run your simulations and everything else. But it's the people who spend the time on the engineering and are willing to double down on making sure that the attraction doesn't wobble, so that it doesn't have a stall. Those are the companies that you want to hire, because they understand where stalls come from, or situations like we saw the other day on this when it was running. And again, that came down to, something that likely would never happen during operations. So it's, and what I appreciate about the testing is that they're trying to make sure it never happens to a guest. And that's a good thing.
This is absolutely beautiful. This is so cool. I gotta be honest. This is the coolest ride. One of the coolest rides I've ever seen in my life. Exciting. And to see it fly above the Starway, the row of escalators that take you down to the lower lot, is really, really exciting stuff. It will be there will be some disruption with this. I know they're rerouting maybe the tram route, for example. They are putting up sound barriers and stuff like that. There are going to be some minuses, but there's a lot of pluses with this, and it will definitely put Universal Studios Hollywood on the map as it makes its transition to a resort fairly shortly. Go ahead, Culture. Last point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if it's true about the resort that they're going to be hanging off the side of the cliff, I think this thing will, and many of the other attractions that are in this area, are going to make a name for themselves very quickly. So,
oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Universal Studios Hollywood has a very bright future ahead.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.